Ladies and gentlemen of the interwebs, with a Z, I admitted in my last video that I'm an atheist, but it gets even worse. I used to be a Mormon. Now, I left the Mormon church for a number of reasons, too many to enumerate in one YouTube video, so I'll talk about just one of the reasons why I left. The cornerstone of the church, the Book of Mormon. Now, Richard Dawkins and Bill Maher recently have talked about how stupid this book is, but they don't go into any specifics. I will. I'll share 3 simple reasons why the Book of Mormon is bullshit. Reason number 1, archaeological evidence. As you'll discover if you get to know me and watch any of my videos, evidence is a big thing for me. There is exactly 0 evidence of the Book of Mormon archaeologically. You'd think that a race of people that inhabited large portions of the Americas, who had horses and chariots and steel swords and fought wars where millions of people died, where they built temples and cities and traded and wrote and did all of these amazing things, would leave behind some evidence of their existence. Now, horses admittedly did exist in the Americas before the Spaniards brought theirs over. Oh, but wait. They died out about 10,000 years ago. That would be way before the Jaredites or any of the other civilizations that were here supposedly had horses. Now, the horses that they're talking about are the tapir, that some apologists call it. I don't know how it's pronounced. But I looked up pictures of those things, and they're not even fucking close to being a horse. The same goes with the elephants that were supposedly here. Yeah, there were mastodons, but they died out about the same time. Now let's talk about steel. The Book of Mormon claims that the people here had steel swords, among other things. This begs a little discussion. Basic metallurgy started out in South America around 200 AD. This is thousands of years after the Jaredites started killing each other, and 800 years after the Nephites supposedly started making swords after the fashion of the sword of Laban that Nephi stole. Metallurgy didn't even spread to Central America, where most Mormons feel that the Book of Mormon most likely took place, until about 800 AD. And with as wealthy as the Nephites and Lamanites supposedly were, with all the trading that they did and all the coin that they make, you think we would just see one of those freaking Kurlams or Cummums or whatever they were called. Dr. Michael Coe said, as far as I know, there's not one professionally trained archaeologist who is not a Mormon who sees any scientific justification for believing the historicity of the Book of Mormon, and I would like to state that there are quite a few Mormon archaeologists who join this group. Reason number 2, DNA evidence. The Book of Mormon supposedly takes place in the Americas. One would think that we could examine the DNA of the Lamanites and those of the Jews, and we'd be able to find a correlation, right? That's just science backing up the claims of religion. It happens all the time. Believe it or not, there are people who have done just that. People who have taken DNA from pre-Columbian skeletons and mummies and compared with them with those from people all around the world. And you know what? 100% of them are Asian. That's right, they came across the Bering Strait. As a matter of fact, in studies done recently on living Native Americans taken from tribes from Alaska all the way to the tippy bottom of South America, shows that DNA of the Native Americans is about 96% Asian and the remainder is European. Go figure, huh? As of yet, not a single Native American has been linked to the Hebrews. One of the major scientists that did this study was a Mormon bishop until he made this fantastic discovery. Guess who's not a Mormon anymore, let alone a bishop? Reason number 3, changes to the Book of Mormon. I was taught as a diligent seminary student in high school that the many changes made to the Book of Mormon were grammatical or spelling related. In fact, one of these updates to the Book of Mormon happened within the last couple of years. The version of the Book of Mormon that I used when I was, I hate to say, a missionary, says that the Lamanites were the principal ancestors of the American Indians. Now it says that the Lamanites are, quote, among the ancestors of the Native Americans, close quote. I wonder if this has anything to do with the DNA evidence we just talked about. How about the church's public relations campaign to be more tolerant of racial diversity? All of the white and delightsome phrases have been changed to say pure and delightsome. We'll talk about the church's history with the Negro race another time. So there you have it. 3 simple examples of why the Book of Mormon is fucking stupid.